Good afternoon, everybody. I'm here with Chrysanthemum Crossing by Badass Art. I'm Mia, and today we are working on the other half of this darker grayscale hair. I'm using Colors of the World by Crayola. I did this earlier this morning, and I posted it on my Facebook page. I think I posted it over on Instagram as well, of like a 30-second speeded up version of just this. And basically this is just a really dark grayscale hair tutorial, and there were a couple of people who asked me to do it, and so let's get started. The thing about darker grayscale and hair is it's a layering project. You want to go from dark to light to dark to light. And remember, I think we talked about this earlier on another video, the darker the grayscale, the better the lighter pencils show up. It's like magic. It really is. You know, the darker your pencils are, the better they show up on white paper. It's just the opposite when you're dealing with darker grayscale. So I'm going to take this extra deep rose, and we're just going to start filling in. I'm going to go from the outside in because we want to leave this area right here for highlight. Just, I call it grabbing. You just grab and pull. You just want little strands to come in. And, it doesn't have to be anything fancy. You're not trying to cover all the paper. You're just sort of giving yourself a guide. Just sort of work your way around. Don't feel like you have to cover all of the darker parts yet. We'll be coming in with some other colors, lighter and darker. And I'm going to go ahead and finish this side while we're at it. I really like these Colors of the World for hair projects. They're really nice for dark brunette. Obviously, I'm using the rose color for this. It's a really pretty kind of, it's not really coppery red. It's more of a raspberry color, but I like it. I like the effect. Just give yourself a nice base. It doesn't have to be perfect. Remember, it's hair, there are strands. It's kind of flying around. Okay, next we're gonna go lighter because we're building kind of back and forth, back and forth. This is the Very Light Almond. And we're gonna just start up here. And now you see how easily that shows up on the darker grayscale. It shows right up. Just gonna go over the top of that in the highlight area. Give it some distinction. go back to the darker shade. I'm gonna try, I'm gonna grab the very deep rose. And I'm actually applying a little bit of pressure with these. It's not like skin where you're keeping everything light and even. You're actually going in and adding some pigment to this paper. So I would say a medium to heavy hand. Just, you know, like I said, grab and pull, grab and pull. I really like this color. I use this one a lot for lips and cheeks. It's got a lot of pigment in it. It's really where you start to see the color of the hair start to form. And if you want, you can go in right now and add some color to her eyebrows. Just tiny little pieces, tiny little marks. And remember, the eyebrows are directional. They are coming out in two different directions. So for the more realistic look, you definitely want to change your directions. Now around this area right here, the shadow of her face, when we do the skin color, this will be a darker shadow, obviously. But because we're making this hair kind of an auburn strawberry color, I'm going to shadow this area very lightly with this rose color. Again, this is the very deep rose. Yes, very deep rose. Very light. Because you will go back over this with your skin color and it'll blend nicer. You'll be happy with that. And don't forget this area right here too. The part of her hair. Now we're going back to light. And I'm going to take this very light rose. And kind of keeping in the center. I actually want this to be a little lighter, so I'm going to go with this extra light almond. Medium deep rose, and you can use any any pencil set, as long as you kind of go back and forth between dark light, sort of build up the depth of the hair, because no one's hair is just one or two colors. Even blonde hair has a lot of different colors in it, and that's what gives it that luxurious feeling when you're looking at it. If you see lots of different shades kind of, you know, wound through, there's an element of realism that you're not going to get if you're just using one or two shades. You're going to enjoy your portrait more if you use a few more shades in there. Extra deep almond. And let's go ahead and add just a little bit of color to her lips. Nice and easy. We don't want it to be too dark. And this is a pretty dark rose shade. These almond pencils are really pretty. I mean, they have a rosiness to them, but they're still in the brown family, and I really like them a lot. I'm gonna grab this light rose and go over, give her a nice pink touch. And of course that can be balanced out when we go back in and do her skin tone. Just kind of go in and add a few more strokes here and there until you get the depth that you're happy with. And that's pretty much it. That is a dark grayscale hair tutorial. I hope it's helpful, and happy coloring.